It is Taco Tuesday. You know what that means. Ladies and gentlemen, you are experiencing distance nerding. I am your boy, Young Phil. She's Jen the Fray Girl. There's Shadu, and he's Jamez 5000.
And we're here to nerd together.
Nerd together?
Here to nerd together, Ron Burgundy. Let's jump right into this first rumor here.
In Mystic Science Bro rumors news, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is reportedly on a crusade to stop multiversal incursions. Think cosmic cleanup with a vengeance. He's targeting those who fractured reality, including Steve Rogers, whose time-traveling retirement with Peggy may have triggered the chaos. This is kind of interesting. And get this, Doom might be teaming up with Doctor Strange, who's rumored to be operating in morally gray territory after years in the dark dimension. Doom sees himself as the hero, even if his methods scream villain. Tacos on the table. Is Doom saving the multiverse with Strange? And who's strong enough to take them down? Oh, this is a nice little twist. Shadu, welcome back. What do you think about this rumor?
Cool.
Good job. Okay, Frey, what do you...
He doesn't know anything about this.
No, it sounds cool. I like it. I like sending Doctor Strange in a slightly different direction.
Mm-hmm.
I am still curious how they're going. I don't know. I think it would be interesting if we're all right, and it is that this Doom is a Iron Man variant, somewhat,
mm-hmm.
and it could be a situation where that's like a revelation at some point, where he's like, "Wait, hold on a second, I am part of the problem," or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where he's like, or maybe he's a different. I don't know. Anyway, it's cool. It's cool. I really like it. It sounds fun.
Jen, any thoughts on this?
I was going to say, apparently, Shadu has caught my whatever is going on with me. Yes. And yes, I have thoughts. I don't hate it. My tacos are going to be on the table for it. I can see this happening, and especially with the variant things, like, I feel like, there has to be some consequence for Steve going back in time and being happy with Peggy, because he's not supposed to be happy with Peggy. Right. So I think that could be a jumping off point for this. Then let's face it, they may not know exactly what's going on in the movie yet because they're still writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've already started filming. That's the thing. So they just started filming this week. And the paparazzi rumors that are out there, Chris Evans, Haley Atwell, and Robert Downey Jr. are all on the set together. Speculation is that it's starting off with Doom traveling in time to go and confront Peggy and Steve.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay. If you know Superior Iron Man, not Superior Iron Man, Superior Iron Man. Superior Iron Man in that storyline, Doctor Strange is kind of like his lackey. So this kind of if they're using parts of that storyline, that makes sense. But they're also saying that there is a lot kind of behind what they're trying to do. Is the way we know Doctor Doom in Marvel is that Doctor Doom he's the hero of his story, right? He is the king of Latveria. He is good to his people, but he's a villain to everyone else. Mm-hmm. So it seems like what they're trying to do, what they're saying that they're trying to do, they're trying to have Doctor Doom be a hero, but in an unorthodox way. So almost an anti-hero, but not quite an anti-hero. He's still the antagonist.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I like this idea. I think it's a good way to flip the script, so to speak, instead of just good guy, bad guy, good versus evil, seeing things from a different point of view. And every good villain like what young Phil is saying, sees themselves as the hero of their own story.
Exactly.
So, oh yeah, I mean Thanos is the perfect example.
Totally.
He totally had reasons for what he did. And so I absolutely I agree with you guys. I do think it's a great idea. I also think that it's that whole, and I'm putting Buffy in it. All right. So in season 2 of Buffy, Angel turns bad. She has to send it, she thinks she kills him, she sends him to a hell. So in season 3, he comes back from that place, but it's been hundreds of years since he's been back, and so he's different. And I feel like that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a Stephen Strange that's hundreds of it's been a long time that he's been in the dark dimension, and so he's coming out of it as a changed Strange. So I like it. I think it could be really good. And there have been other comic series there wasn't there a team up. They did a team up at one point, Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom. And then and he's helped lead things that Strange has been a part of. They have a long history. So I absolutely could see this happening. And the actors also had really good chemistry on screen. So I would think that they would be stupid to pass that up.
So could we call them Doctors Without Multiversal Borders? Or
God.
Oh my God, I love that.
That's not bad. That is not bad at all.
6 weeks. 6 weeks, and that's how he starts things off. That's
right.
Coming back strong.
My green and orange sparkly tacos are on the table.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh man.
So everybody tacos table.
Don't ask what the sparkles are.
Move on here.
Okay.
Shadu, you got it.
All right. Is this nostalgia's final curtain call? New rumors suggest Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire will return for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, but that will be their swan song. No standalone films, no extended arcs, just one last multiversal hurrah before the portal closes. So, tacos on the table. If this is their final swing, what kind of send-off do they deserve? Redemption, sacrifice, or just one last rooftop chat?
Young Phil, what do you think?
My tacos are on the table. It makes sense for them to kind of have a swan song out. But at the same time, I kind of don't want them to like in the last film. I don't want it to be the focus. I kind of want it to be more of a, hey, multiverse is out there. We'll see you some other time. But I also want them to focus on a cohesive Spider-Man story and what he's dealing with right now. Especially hearing about have this whole thing with him and the Punisher fighting the Hulk and everything like that. We don't want it to be convoluted. You know what I mean? Right. Now they're good at balancing that kind of stuff. Again, everybody was afraid that DC was gonna have way too many people, and it did not feel crowded. Right? A lot of these ensemble films where you have a lot of these characters in the film, they have not felt crowded. So I think that they know how to manage this kind of stuff. But I want this to be a Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire moving on, and we're focusing again on this universe's Peter Parker and him dealing with the fallout of now nobody knows anything. I also 100% want to see Ned Leeds turn. I need Hobgoblin.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it would be really interesting if Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, their Spider-Men, are the only ones that still know Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Right.
That would be interesting.
That would be good. Well, I mean, they're not of this universe.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but they're the only ones who know.
Yeah.
And so it's that whole thing. Yeah. It's going to be fun.
I didn't even think of that. That's good.
Yeah, but no, I think that is the case. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting.
Frey, you got any thoughts on this one?
Well, my tacos are on the table under 3 conditions. Number 1, they don't die like little bitches if they are to die.
I do want them to die. That is not
however they resolve it. If they die, I don't want them to go out like little bitches. Number 2, if they are like, if they interact with the spider, like, other than with Spider-Man, because if they're in like Secret Wars, then it may not happen. But if they do, I would like to see Andrew Garfield have a moment um with the Mary Jane, like MJ, where he gets to tell her why it was so important that he saved her. I'd like to see that because I think that would be a really great ending for him. And 3, we need to find out, like, is Tobey Maguire Peter B. Parker? We have to find that out. Those are the 3 conditions. If we find that stuff out, I'm fine.
Great.
If not, then I will smash the tacos that are on the table to smithereens.
My sticky white tacos on the table.
So. Ew, gross.
That's gross.
It's a Spider-Man joke.
It's ew. James, what do you think?
I don't mind if they live or they die or whatever. I do like the idea of that they know who Tom Holland's Peter Parker is, and remember, that would be actually pretty cool. But with moving the MCU forward and having some stakes on the line for Doomsday and for Secret Wars, it'd be a nice way to wrap things up for Marvel if, like, hey, let's bring on some of these old stars. We get the nostalgia, but then we whack a couple of them, whack a couple Spider-Man, whack a couple X-Men. Look at that. Now we're moving forward. There's stakes on the line. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
By the way, Eric Ruiz in the chat. James! But he's excited. James is in there. Of course, I'm considered handsome Phil, I guess. I don't know.
Huh. Did he write that? I don't see that one in there. Anyway,
I can put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and move on here. Let me get this back on the screen. All right. So
and that's a great picture for the people that are the YouTube viewers. It's a great picture of them.
Oh,
all
yeah.
3 of them. Such a great picture.
And
go ahead.
That's also a great picture of Trauma Toma.
That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from Severance to Sinister, trading cubicles for chaos. Tremont Tillman's role in Spider-Man Brand New Day is confirmed to be villainous, but not Tombstone. Fans are speculating everything from Mr. Negative to the Maker, with hints that he'll appear in a villain montage early in the film. Whatever it is, it's likely not to be one and done. Tacos on the table. Is Tillman the next breakout baddie or just a taste of the rogues gallery to come?
Ooh.
Can I go first? Because I don't have as much to say, so then that way you guys can balls to the wallet. All right. So I first thought, like, when I was first like researching and reading the story, I was like, hey, the first thing I thought was he's Tombstone. And then I was like, well, he's not Tombstone. Like, I read further and I was like, well, he's not Tombstone. And so then I was like, who would he be? And the next one I thought of was Mr. Negative. So I seem to be going down that logic train, just like everybody else. Yeah. So, but I'd like to know what you guys think about it. My tacos around the table. I love that he's going to be in it. I do enjoy a strong black man.
Yeah.
As we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think this will be fantastic for him. Hopefully they will get him out of the Sony universe and put him directly in the MCU. But that's a story for another day.
I don't really have much to say.
Anybody want to go? Oh, Shadu, you're gonna? Are you?
I'm not too familiar with his work. But I mean, sounds cool. I'm interested. So, all right, Phil, James, go.
Well, the rumor for a while has been that Mr. Negative is supposed to be in this.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a couple of different actors that have been attached to roles within the Spider-Man movie. I don't think he'll be Mr. Negative. I think that he is going to end up being someone else within the universe. It's kind of hard to call because it's kind of like with the way that Marvel does stuff, with the way the MCU does stuff, he can be anybody. And the thing is like if they picked him for a role, he probably fits that role perfectly. I would have said Tombstone, but I mean, like they already said it's not going to be Tombstone, so it's like, I try to think like, okay, well, what else he would be good at is if they did a comic accurate Rhino.
Ooh,
I just had that thought. I was like, what if they did Rhino?
Yeah, if they did a comic accurate Rhino, I think he would be a really good comic accurate Rhino.
Rhino with chest hair. Look at that chest hair.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Taco meat right out the top there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
no, go ahead, James.
I was just gonna say, like when I first started to hear about this, I didn't know it was connected to Spider-Man. I knew it was for somehow connected to the MCU, and I thought he was gonna be the Kang replacement. Whether it was a big part or a little part, as Kang moving forward, but I thought it was going to be Kang, but
right,
I didn't know it was Spider-Man. So, interesting.
Which, I mean, that doesn't mean that he can't still be Kang. You know, I mean, it is still within the MCU. So I mean, he could be Kang still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm in.
Okay. Right. Everybody's tacos. Did we taco it?
Yes. We tacoed about it.
We tacoed about it.
My
okay.
what's one of my tacos?
Your chest hair.
Your taco meat with corn.
My mustachio tacos are on the table.
Mustachio.
He has taco meat on the top of his chest. I mean, it was there for you, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That taco meat.
All right. Well,
all right. Time to stock up on the hot sauce, Peter. Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova is reportedly swinging into Brand New Day. Her role might be brief, possibly post-credits, but it could set up her leadership in Avengers Doomsday. Think street-level meet cute with a side of Thunderbolts tension. Tacos on the table. Is Yelena recruiting Spidey, warning him, or just crashing his rooftop brooding sesh?
See, I would like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this is really interesting.
I just love how you all were completely silent after I said that. You're just like,
it's because we're not trying to step on each other. That's like the big thing.
Yeah.
No, I would like this a lot. I think it'd be a great way to tie things together with a bigger MCU and not use all the big huge characters to do that. I think having Yelena as part of the backbone as like a through line for these different pieces. I love that. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, she could become kind of a somewhat of one of the new, because we've gotten a couple of them, kind of a new Nick Fury with recruiting people and whatnot. And we are building towards a different kind of Avengers team where it's people who are connected to the previous heroes that were in there. And so, we're kind of building towards that still. So, yeah, I think it's cool. And I love the more street level stuff because it's supposed to be a more street level story. And Yelena is a very street level character.
Yeah.
So it's just fitting with that theme. All right, someone else.
So I like the idea of this. I like seeing Yelena in this. I think more than anything, it's probably going to be her jumping in to help, or maybe she's helping him stop Frank Castle.
Maybe. Or maybe she's just looking for Bruce.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is, if you think about it, right? Like, what would be an epic fight in a movie like this? And it's Yelena Belova fighting Frank Castle because he's a rogue vigilante.
Yeah. No, that would be really cool.
I mean, yeah, she could do it. I mean, she'd win, but she could do it.
I'm never going to complain about Florence Pugh in a movie, so.
You shouldn't. 1, she's hot. 2, she can fight. 3, she's an amazing actress. Actually, that 3 should be number 1. But I mean, like, let's and the number 1 I gave you should be the number 3. So I mean, like, but amount of thing on there. But I mean, like, yeah, she's amazing. And she is the right person for the role. She plays that character really well. She's the best successor for Scarlet. So I mean, like,
no, I agree.
Definitely. And she does Russian really well.
Oh,
like she rides that line between between, okay, I'm a badass, but I'm also Russian, so she can't act like she's that much of a badass, but sometimes she gets a little excited. Anyway, my talks are on the table for this. I think it will be great, and definitely with the post-credit scene in Thunderbolts, that I feel like
my tacos that have not seen Thunderbolts are on the table.
It comes out on Disney Plus like tomorrow.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that she might be like her going there to recruit him or to actually find Bruce to recruit him could be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just since I feel like she's the diplomat of the Thunderbolts kind of thing. So, yeah.
I could see them
see it happening.
Maybe I could see it maybe trying to stop the Punisher, maybe trying to, figure out Hulk and Bruce Banner, but also recruiting Spider-Man. I could see all those things happening. And knowing that, like, okay, yes, we know that the Thunderbolts are now the new Avengers. What about
spoilers?
Well, you were gone. Just go back to Kansas. But Sam's version of an Avengers team maybe coming together. Maybe Spider-Man is some kind of tipping point. Like,
maybe
which team is he going to join? That kind of thing. So that might be interesting to see with Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I do. And in the past, like in Hawkeye, we know she knows how to multitask because she was, she had the macaroni with Kate the Bishop, and she was also going, look, I'm planning to kill Barton, and then I'm gonna go see the sights. Like, she was multitasking. So, first time in New York kind of thing. And so I do think
New York for an assassination.
Yeah, she could be multitasking as well. She's like, oh, hey, I'm here. First she comes because she knows Bruce is there. She's seen him, whatever. But then she stays for the Punisher fight and to recruit Peter as well.
Yeah.
It all just mishes into a big old taco ball. Okay.
Into a taco ball. All right. Are we does anybody else have any thoughts? Any tacos here?
I'm good.
All
right.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
He-Man soap opera just got spicy. Alison Brie calls Evil-Lyn deliciously villainous and teases a layered, possibly tragic relationship with Jared Leto's Skeletor. She's not just a sidekick, she's got ambition, magic, and maybe a soft spot for the skull-faced sorcerer. Expect betrayal, flirtation, and power plays galore. So, tacos on the table is Evil-Lyn, the real threat behind Skeletor's throne.
If you know anything about He-Man, then you know Evil-Lyn is the real threat behind Skeleton's throne. I mean, Skeletor is proficient in himself. He's a sorcerer, but I mean, for the most part, he usually always had people fighting for him, and Evil-Lyn was probably that was his trump card. And like any fight, he was like he would fight He-Man. He-Man would have his card every time, and then Evil-Lyn could like block him off to the point where he would just be like, all right, we need to retreat. So like Evil-Lyn is, and even in the new series, it's kind of along those lines too. She has power to the level of the sorceress of Castle Grayskull. And that's the whole big thing. Like she's a very powerful character. And then of course Skeletor, it's what I did like about the new series is they kind of they played up the amount of power that he has instead of him just kind of bumbling around like he did in the old cartoon. But I mean, that was common because villains were just kind of, they made them kind of not really much of a threat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
In the new show, they made them an actual threat. Like you could actually feel how much of a threat Skeletor was to everyone in Eternia. And Evil-Lyn is that character, like just his number 2. So
Right.
But Skeletor's one of his weaknesses has always been that he's too focused. He's too focused on beating He-Man. He's too focused on having the ultimate power where he loses track. He doesn't use strategy. He uses brute force, for lack of a better term, to try to get what he wants done.
Right.
Kind of like Cobra Commander, and then there's always Destro in the background or something like that. scheming and more about strategy to get things done. So
yeah, and that's why I like a lot of these modern takes on the old cartoons, is because, you know, again, in GI Joe Resolution or GI Joe Resolute, Cobra Commander was absolutely terrifying. You know, like he blew up Moscow just to show that he had nuclear power. And it wasn't even I'm going to threaten you with a nuke. He goes, no, I'm blowing up a city just to show you guys that I'm willing to this is where my resolve is. And that's what I liked about that version is you make them actually a threat. You make them scary. You know, Eric, I kind of hope he in the chat. He's saying Skeletor needs his meow voice.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping that there is some kind of callback, you know, to that version of Skeletor, and it's just like, what? Yeah, you boobs. Yeah, I would love that.
Yes, well, my tacos are on the table.
So good. All right, I'm gonna keep it going.
My
Gotham's
tacos.
Oh,
my
come
tacos
on.
are
Where
on
are
the
you?
table for this, because I really think that Alison Brie is going to do an amazing job, and she's going to outshine Jared Leto. And I feel like this is like the second time that a so-called sidekick is going to take the lead, because Margot Robbie did it in Suicide Squad, and now Alison Brie is going to do it in Motu.
And it's to a Joker both times.
Yep, same actor. Not a coincidence.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Right. Pretty good, actually.
This is why you guys have me.
You. All right, let's continue on here, guys.
Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars is a good band. Yeah. Okay. Gotham's rogues are playing musical chairs. Colin Farrell has hinted that Penguin's role in the Batman Part 2 will be smaller than expected, and now a new rumor suggests Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman may not return at all. Publicists reportedly told the press not to ask Kravitz about the sequel, claiming she's not in it and doesn't know anything.
What happened?
Ally or adversary. Tacos on the table if Penguin's power is fading and Catwoman's claws are off the board. Who's stepping into Gotham's criminal spotlight?
So, James, we got about half that story.
Yeah, something happened and all of us got kicked off the screen.
Yeah.
Gotham's rogues are playing musical chairs. Colin Farrell's are hinting that Penguin's role in Batman Part 2 will be smaller than expected, and new rumors suggest Zoe Kravitz is not coming back. That sparked speculation that Selena Kyle's arc ended with her departure. Tacos on the table if Penguin's powers are fading and Catwoman's claws are off the board. Who's stepping into Gotham's criminal spotlight?
So we talked about this on the show, like different speculations and everything like that. Again, there's been a long rumor, but again, this movie's been rewritten so many times. There's been a long rumor that it's going to be Professor Pig, and it's just because that is a very grounded villain, a character that's never really had the spotlight. I would like Professor Pig because if the rumor of Elliot being the overarching villain, us getting Hush in the third movie, Professor Pig is exactly the kind of person that he would manipulate into doing everything. And same thing with Riddler being someone that he could manipulate. So I like the idea of it being Professor Pig, or getting a couple of like small rogues, maybe getting a Calendar Man, or maybe getting some other characters in there where again, like the first movie, we're getting kind of an investigation and in a lived-in world, that versus like, okay, we're gonna get a whole movie about the Joker, and it's like, well, we don't want that. What we want,
we've gotten 15 of those,
right? But I'm saying, like, well, the example I'm giving is more like a single villain, like it being like Professor Pig is your overarching villain in there, but he has to go through different rogues in order to get clues and track down the trail to get to Professor Pig.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that kind of like Hush?
Professor Pig is very similar to Hush. He's not the same character, but I mean, they both deal with like plastic surgery. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it could tie into Hush then from there.
And that's why I suggest Professor Pig, is because Professor Pig is also someone who is easily manipulated. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing with that is you have a character like Professor Pig who gets manipulated by Hush in order to get his ends on, and then it leads into Hush in the third movie. Some suggestions in the chat here. Mad Hatter, I actually would hope that they did that. Ventriloquist, which would actually be really cool to see Ventriloquist live, like in live action. Condiment King,
sure.
The Sphinx, and Egghead. And I mean, those are all actually good suggestions for rogues that don't really get shine. Mm-hmm. Another person I would want to see, and it'd be interesting to see how they pull it off, but because we lost Firefly in the Batgirl movie, I wanted redemption for Firefly.
Yeah. Or Killer Moth.
Killer Moth. That'd be great.
I just think that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go ahead and go, because I'm not going to have a lot to say. But so I definitely talk is on the table for Penguin, that his role is probably going to be smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to do a season 2 of Penguin. So why?
Yeah, so we're going to get more anyway.
The movie, when you can get more just him.
We're going to get more bats.
I think Zoe Kravitz, either really she's not in the movie, or she just doesn't want to say anything. So she's having them say, or she's telling her publicist is like, no, she's not in the movie, don't ask her questions about, so I think, I am such a conspiracy theorist about crap like this. I think she's in the movie and she's just like werewolfing us. So, but my tacos are on the table for Penguin.
Cool. I mean, yeah, I think Penguin, diminished role. She might not be in the movie. I hope she is, because I like her interpretation of the character. I don't know if she is. And if we are going to get a Calendar Man, let's just bring Sean Gunn back again for the 54th time.
I don't think they would do Sean Gunn in this universe.
I know. I'm joking.
Because, but I mean, I would like to see kind of like a visceral.
But yeah, like a really would be really cool.
A visceral kind of gritty calendar man, like a dude who is obsessed with the calendar and kills people based on dates. Like, he needs to be a serial killer, in the same way that they did Riddler being a deranged serial killer.
I mean, I could also see a version of Ra's al Ghul somewhere in this universe, maybe not in this movie necessarily, but a version of him somewhere. So I mean,
I actually
grounded villains.
Yes, I actually think Gotham and Batman's rogue gallery are really good. Like, they're good for adapting into some kind of realistic type.
Yeah, Batman is kind of the most grounded of the.
Yeah, like the most grounded. You're right. Like everything we said, like Professor Pig. I keep wanting to say Peppa Pig, but Professor Pig.
No.
Totally perfect.
Yeah, let's put Peppa Pig in the movie and then have her brutally die. That's what the people want.
I mean,
people.
You know who else would be really good in this, just because of the way that they're portraying everything? I would like to see Arnold Flass come in and be an antagonist.
Who dat?
So Arnold Flass is a he's usually more tied to Gordon, but like he in Batman Year One, he is Gordon's partner, and he's like super corrupt. He's like a corrupt cop, and like there's this whole thing with Gordon in Year One where he kind of fights Gordon more, right? But like, he like jumps Gordon in a parking lot because Gordon's a goody two shoes, and doesn't realize that Gordon is like former Delta Force. So Gordon confronts him after a party and like beats the crap out of him. Throws him a bat because he's like, I'm going to give you an advantage, and then beats the living crap out of him. Right. And Flash is like former special forces. This is like how like insanely like, you know, badass that Gordon is, but this doesn't show. Flash, they've had him in a couple of different properties where he is just a corrupt cop that is, you know, gunning for Batman the entire time. Right. So I think that in this grounded world, it would be nice to see Arnold Flash in this, and it'd be like a callback to early Batman.
Yeah, no, that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
No, it sounds interesting. All right.
Well, that is it for all of our rumors for this week.
Yes, the rumors have been stirred, the tacos have been tasted, but now it's time to plug in, power up, and get fully briefed. It's time for the download.
All right, it's time for me to hit the right button this time.
For more news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook. Let us know what you're nerding out on.
That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into this. This is Casting Cash with gods, detectives, ginger wizards, and immortals sharpening their swords. And we're not just talking about Jen. Let's break it down. Jen, it's all on you.
Hello. So this first one, Artemis and Zoe are here to slay monsters and dodge boys.
Woo.
Daphne Keene is Artemis, goddess of the hunt. Sarah Chandri is Zoe Nightshade, her immortal lieutenant. In season 3 of Percy Jackson. Season 3 adapts the Titan's Curse and brings serious moon goddess energy to Camp Half-Blood. I can see it. Keene has that huntress god vibe.
This is a really interesting
She really
choice.
does. Actually, I actually think that she's a good choice for Artemis. She does have that
kind of younger,
it's down low.
She's younger, but she has kind of an intensity and like a brutality to her.
Yeah.
And and
the way that they've been casting, like they have casted the gods younger than they did in the movies. So I think
yeah.
And I mean, her role as X-23 just shows that she can do really good stunt work. So
that's what definitely.
Oh yeah.
So I'd love to see her actually fight at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, she's been a mutant, Jedi, and now a goddess.
Now a god. I mean, what else? Yeah.
There you go.
Well, she also said this week that she would love for that character to come back in Star Wars. So
yeah. And she would love for X-23 to be in Doomsday. So I think she just wants work, y'all. She just wants work.
Why be a mutant when you could be a god?
There you go. All right. So next up, we've got the burrow's back, the sweaters are itchy, and the twins are already plotting chaos. Ron's got a new face, Alistair Stout, not pictured here. And so do Fred and George, real-life twins Tristan and Gabriel Harlan. Percy Ruari Spooner, and Jenny Gracie Cochran. Molly's played by Catherine Parkinson. She played Jen on the IT Crowd. And Charlie's still in Romania, per HBO's Cheeky Tease. Pure Weasley vibe. The picture cut off Ron's face.
Yeah, I 100% immediately noticed that. I was like, okay, so the actor, the kid that's playing Ron got cut off.
Right.
We don't care about Ron.
There are pictures where you can see his face, but like most of them are like, is this the picture that's on the screen? So if you guys are listening, just look it up.
Yeah, I admit I don't know much about Harry Potter, and I kind of don't want to for obvious reasons. But so much ginger.
Yeah, this is such a Weasley picture.
Oh yeah, no, this is very this. This feels right. Yeah. Cool. All right, moving on.
Sorry, I'm chewing.
Good.
Shadu, you want to do this one?
Time is a flat circle, and Cage is about to punch it into a triangle. Cage may play Henry Logan, excuse me, a detective in Jamaica Bay, New York City. Issa Lopez returns as showrunner, and filming is set for 2026. True Detective could go full Cage match.
Oh yeah, of course.
Or I would say face
Oh. I don't have the sound anymore. The dun, 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 dun,
Thank you, Stu, for that. I'm sorry I took too big of a piece.
You're good.
And I was like,
Sorry.
it's a lot of bread. All right. She's done space, time, and Nebula's angst. Now, Gillian's going full Highlander, and heads will roll.
Hell yeah.
Karen Gillan plays Heather, mortal wife to Henry Cavill's Connor McLeod. With Russell Crowe as Ramirez and Dave Bautista as the Kurgan, the sword-swinging Swaga is stacked. We are talking about Highlander, y'all.
I know.
I don't know that that's in the story at all, but it's Highlander. She's Highlander. She's gonna play his wife. Maybe she can tag along to the future this time, though.
Maybe. I mean, again, I will watch anything with Karen Gillan in it. Also,
So, go ahead.
But no, that was pretty much it.
It's going to be interesting to see her.
Like Henry Cavill. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see her play Heather, unless they like severely beef up that role, because she is such a passive character, and Karen Gillan doesn't really play passive character.
No.
I wonder if. No, they might not. I was going to say they might do a dual thing where we know she's playing her playing Heather, but then is she also playing who Connor meets in the movie, like the premise of he's the librarian that finds out about all of it. I can't remember what she was. I know she was like a librarian or something, but
because you gotta remember, the other thing is that when two immortals are close to each other, that they're weaker, and that's the reason that they kill each other off. So I mean, like, I don't know if you would as an immortal, if you would want to spend his life with another immortal around, because he wouldn't last.
But I mean, there is a certain I love you so much that I'm willing to sacrifice some of my power or whatever for you too.
Yeah,
so that is an interesting lore choice.
It would be an interesting choice if they went that route, and they just said that this is something that's adding a layer to the story, is that they are willing to be with each other in order to be mortal.
Right. And it could be it could be a deal of go.
No, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
No, go ahead. You really want to say it? Say it.
Okay. No, I was saying that it could be a situation where they've captured her or something. Again, I don't really know a lot about Highlander, but and again, it's the whole family weakness, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, go.
Well, so I was saying reincarnation. She just plays a modern woman, and she just happens to look exactly like his wife, and that could be what brings him in towards her, and the Kurgan knows that, and so that's it could add another layer as well. But that's just me, getting all romancy-wancy in there. But no, I think it's great. Another ginger. She can actually use her Scottish accent.
Yeah,
I think that's amazing. Great. So,
and Russell Crowe is a Spaniard. For some reason in this series, they just decide, you know what? We don't want a Spaniard to play a Spaniard.
Right. They're just leaning into that. Let's have another English speaking from an English speaking country. Let's have them pretend to be a Spaniard. Because
and there's so many
whatever
that they could get to play a Spaniard. I mean, there's a lot of good Spanish actors. They could have got what's his name?
Diego Luna.
Diego Luna is good too. No, from Dune and from No Country.
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem. Like Javier Bardem
Yeah,
would have been
yeah.
perfect for Ramirez.
Yeah. No, that would have been great.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
like we said before, Russell Crowe has played a Spaniard before
That's true.
in Gladiator.
And a Greek. And a Greek.
And a Greek.
He's also played Greek.
But not yet.
Get the Australian man to play the Spaniard.
Yep.
Look, they had Matt Damon in The Great Wall of China. Come on.
But he was playing a Portuguese guy though.
From
Matt
Boston.
Damon
How
in
is that different?
Portuguese.
From Boston.
From Boston.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I'm from Portugal. Don't you know?
You know,
Okay.
Portugal.
Portugal. How do you like them apples? All right. Whether it's swinging swords or chasing shadows, the screen's about to get a whole lot weirder. And we've got the merch to enjoy it all.
Because we got merch, people. Yeah, we got merch. Oh,
Yeah.
wait a
Woo.
minute.
Oh,
Stop.
We still have
oh.
half the show to do.
Yeah.
No.
Great. Okay.
No.
Yep.
No.
All right, sorry. Again, I have not been here in 6 weeks. I don't know. So.
It's just a reminder we have merch and that is coming up.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. Let's go to quick bites. Let's
Yeah.
do quick
Yeah.
bites.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Let the syrup flow, Super Trooper style. Broken Lizard is back behind the wheel, and Brian Cox is officially returning to the madness, joined by Chase Crawford and other new recruits. Expect more absurd patrol antics, syrup chugging, and highway nonsense with a slightly upgraded cast. I guess mustaches are back on the menu, boys. Now, who wants a mustache ride?
Wow. Okay.
I know, but I have to say that like Super Troopers, husband loves Super Troopers,
So do I.
and I've watched them because of that, so I do enjoy them as well. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Yay, Super Troopers! Go
All right.
Broken Lizard.
Let's
Here we-
continue.
It's alive! Finally, and he's heading to Venice. After 30 years of dreaming, Del Toro is finally bringing his gothic monster vision to life, with Jacob Elordi as the creature and Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein. The film will premiere at the Venice Film Festival on August 30th, followed by a 3-week exclusive theatrical run starting October 17th before hitting Netflix on October 7th. 30 years of dreaming, stitching, and cinematic sorcery make Del Toro the real doctor behind the monster.
I love this picture, and I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see this. I love Benicio. I love Guillermo del Toro's take on anything dark, and this is right up his alley.
Yeah. No, it's been
Absolutely.
Cool. I really
I think it'll be fun. I love that they're putting it out like right around Halloween so people can go see it. It's very, it's a mood, y'all. But and then if you don't get out to see it, you could see it on Netflix. So I think that's kind of neat.
All right. Well, let's
Yay.
continue on here. The hair's right, but is the hype real? A leaked image shows Cody Rhodes rocking Guile's iconic flat top and military gear, confirming his casting in the upcoming adaptation. Fans are already buzzing about his look and whether he can pull off the sonic boom. Guile's ready to flash kick the box office. Sonic boom! USA!
Also funny.
All right.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Cody Rhodes is? Do you think he's perfect? He's
Oh,
perfect.
yeah.
Wait. Perfect. There we go.
All
No,
right, let's
Cody
go.
Rhodes looks like Guile.
He does.
Yeah, he dyes his hair like platinum blonde, so he's set up for Guile. So that'll be perfect for him.
That little Cuban man is the perfect pick for Guile.
Little Cuban.
He's half Cuban. The only thing with that is because I haven't seen the picture yet. Did they cover up his neck tattoo?
It was just a shadow of.
It's just a shadow, yeah.
Yeah, shadow with the hair silhouette.
And
I'm
you can
curious.
kind of see his camo like baggy pants that Guile wears. You can kind of see those if you like look like right in the very corner of the picture. So.
Yeah, I'm curious on whether they get rid of his neck tattoo, because his neck tattoo is it's his symbol. It's the skull in the American flag, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, Guile famously has a big ass American flag tattooed on the side of his arm.
Yeah,
so,
it would work.
Yeah.
Either way.
Like it would still work. And I'm curious on whether they just kind of like bring that in and they just let him have his regular tattoo on the neck tattoo, or they like cover it up and put the flag on his arm just to make it more game accurate.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just keep it and put it on its arm. Put the flag tattoo on its arm.
You could do that too.
Yeah, give me some Street Fighter. We got Cody Rhodes from WWE in Street Fighter. We also have Roman Reigns,
right?
Yeah,
WWE in this. I like where this is going.
The guy who's playing Ken, they just dropped like a full picture of him as Ken, and that dude is ripped.
Wow,
like he is ripped. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you know what? He's just Ken.
He's Knuff.
He's Knuff.
He's Knuff. Moving on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on.
All right, I'll take the next one. This one is Snyder, a camera, and a story that hits like a gut punch. Zack Snyder is stepping away from genre spectacle to tackle a grounded war drama set in South America. The Last Photograph. It's a long, gestating passion project that promises emotional depth and visual grit. One thing we know for sure, it will look amazing and might have a 6-minute song for, fun. And probably fun. 17 slow-mos.
Right.
But the cinematography will look amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because Zack Snyder is a director that's really a director of photography.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's more DP than he is anything.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Whatever your kink is.
Whatever, yeah. We don't kick shame here.
Little girl.
We don't director of photography shame here.
No. I've done some very good directors of photography. All right, moving on. So
my best friend's a director of photography.
And my best friend does DP.
Good for them. The Force is strong with these visions. Volume 3 returns to its anime roots with 9 shorts from top Japanese studios, blending sequels to fan favorite tales with bold new experiments. Ronin, Kara, and F are back, but the buzz is around Black, a psychedelic deep dive into the haunted psyche of a stormtrooper facing death on the battlefield.
Ooh.
All episodes drop October 29th with a premiere at Anime NYC. Did Lucasfilm just drop the most stylish mixtape in the galaxy?
They might have. That sounds intense. Like the stormtrooper close to death.
Mm-hmm. It's really.
It's supposed to be like a really dark psychedelic trip. It's like a trip, man.
Yeah.
It's like that, before death, like hallucination kind of stuff, I think. And there's a whole bunch of others. So it's like there's returning favorites, but since there's 10, I think it's 5 returning favorites and then 5 new ones. But cool. It's all Japanese again. So
I am excited to see the sequel to Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
So because I love that one. Yeah.
All the 3 that are there, the Kara and F, those were so cool. I think those were standouts. And so I think them picking those 3 to return, obviously there's a couple more, but to return, I think I think it's a good balance. It's a good balance. And as we know, everything needs balance because we're all Thanos supporters.
And it's the Force. The Force needs balance.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Spidey's swinging into heartbreak, and we're all Peter Tingles all about it.
Oh.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 promises a deeper, more emotional arc for Peter Parker and introduces Gwen Stacy as a full-fledged spider hero. Her costume blends comic and Spider-Verse aesthetics, and showrunner Jeff Trammell confirmed she's swinging into action as Spider-Gwen. Meanwhile, Amadeus Cho, voiced by Alex Lee, may be stepping closer to his comic book destiny. Though he hasn't hulked out yet, Lee teased in that season 2 will be more grand, more tragic, more funny, hinting that Cho's transformation could be on the horizon. Gwen's got webs, Cho's got brains, and Peter's got problems. Season 2 is about to get spectacularly complicated. And let's see if the voice actor complains about woke again like he did last time.
Wow. Yeah.
You're in Spider.
No, he did not watch the same show that the rest of us did.
Yeah.
You know, because like he was sitting there going like, you know, I was so happy that they didn't wokeify it. I'm like, they race bended multiple characters.
Yeah. How are you defining that term?
Yeah, they literally had a scene where the police racial profile Tombstone.
Yeah.
Walking into his neighborhood.
Like again, what show are you watching?
You know, it's okay. People just like buzzwords. That's all that it is.
Look, I know most people are stupid, but
I feel like either he was being sarcastic because he never talked about it again after that. Right. So he was being sarcastic, or he was just trolling everybody. I honestly want to believe that he was just trolling everybody.
Yeah.
I like this. I like it introducing Amadeus Cho. I think he's going to be a fun character.
That will be very cool.
Did you watch season 1?
Yeah.
So like Amadeus Cho, he's like already really brash. He's already really kind of opinionated, but he's stupid smart. Yeah. So it's like like that natural progression of getting Amadeus Cho as a Hulk. I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
All right. I guess I'll do this one. Same documentary crew, new paper problems. The Office spinoff The Paper will now drop all 10 episodes on September 4th. Interesting. Peacock made the switch after overwhelmingly positive early reactions, hoping to let fans dive straight into the chaos of Toledo Truth Teller. I guess that's the name of the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It says that as the next sentence.
A crumbling Ohio newspaper being revived by new editor-in-chief Ned Sampson, played by Domhnall Gleeson.
Oh,
another ginger.
Yeah.
This is the ginger episode.
Mm-hmm.
The same documentary crew that immortalized Dunder Mifflin is back capturing every awkward meeting, clickbait headline, and paper cut disaster with Oscar Nunez reprising his role as accountant Oscar Martinez, who's very unhappy to be filmed again. Cue the awkward stares and passive-aggressive memos. I love it.
Everything that I've seen of this so far, like Oscar Martinez has been so good. Like Oscar Nunez, like all the promos he's been doing have been like, did you guys see like the commercial like of like the cameras coming in and goes, no, not again. And he like walks away. On the camera, she's like, not again. Like, oh my god,
it's like
it'll be so good.
I think this is interesting because this is like nostalgia for like the latest generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know, like they haven't had anything to grab onto that's been like, oh my god, I want this back, and I can't believe it. Remember seeing this for the first time? I think a lot of people have watched this. It was like the Friends reruns for a long time too. So having this come back. And in a pseudo reboot, I think is perfect timing.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm in.
Yay. More gingers. So. You know what that means. That's the first sign that autumn is coming.
It's when the gingers all start to bloom.
When the gingers all start getting projects.
And they start stealing souls because they have another soul is stolen.
The pumpkin spice is back at Starbucks, and gingers are taking all the roles.
You know what also heralds autumn? Batman and Spawn walk into a bar. Todd McFarlane and Frank Miller are teaming up for variant covers on The Curse of Shirley Johnson #3, marking their first Spawn-related collaboration in decades. Fans are already speculating what else might be brewing. When two titans pick up their pens after 25 years, you get a seismic nostalgia event in ink. But are we ready for it?
for Todd McFarlane and Frank Miller to be back together on any kind of comic book, no, we're not ready for that.
No one's ready for that.
No one is ready for that. No, I love it. I love seeing them still to this day continuing to work. Well, Todd is always working. Frank kind of dropped out for a little bit to make films, but it's nice to see him jumping back into comic books again. So it is pretty awesome to hear that Todd McFarlane and Frank Miller are working on a new comic book, and it just that alone, I guarantee you that's strategic, because that just those two names doing variant covers alone makes me want to go look at this comic book.
Right. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what this is, but that's really interesting news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two great tastes great together. I don't know what happened. I'm glitching tonight, James. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Totally glitching.
Good thing you have the next story.
Exactly.
I know. Oh my
Let's move
God.
on.
It's time for a discussion, because now we're going to get into the download. So Jen, take us away.
We got a big 3, but it's not what you think. Oh, I should have done that as Madison. We got a big 3, but it's not what you think. Much better. In a week packed with reveals, retcons, and teases, James Gunn laid out the blueprint for a cinematic universe that's less Marvel and more Game of Thrones meets Star Wars. Interesting. His DCU is ruled by 3 factions: metahumans, governments, and corporations, with Wayne Enterprises, Luthor Corps, Lord Tech, and Stag Industries all vying for dominance.
Ooh. Okay, so them bringing in Stag, because they haven't introduced Stag yet, but like that's another good.
I mean, we can't talk really a lot about it because Shadu hasn't seen Superman yet.
No.
But they were in the Stag Industry building.
Yeah.
And this is in the trailer, so we can talk about it. But in when Green Lantern, like, it tells Superman that they're bros.
Yeah, all those corporations were represented in the movie.
Yeah, so but they said Stag. It actually said Stag Industries on the building or something like that. So, no, I mean, not to say that you're wrong, Phil. I'm just saying that I do think that we saw a lot of them. You have to really look to see, though. So I'm glad that it's not just like, hey, look, we need you to look at this. It's just like, hey, we're gonna put it in the background. If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, okay.
I'm curious, because if you're bringing in Stag Industries, like, okay, does that mean we get to see Simon Stagg at some point, or is it more like Simon Stagg has been dead for a long time and it's like one of his descendants that's running the company? Like, I'm interested in seeing how they bring in Simon Stagg, if they do.
There never was a Simon Stagg.
Yeah, so there's 3 other parts to this, so I wanna get to it. I think when we get to the last part, maybe you'll have some idea. Because I wonder too, because I would love to see some of the like classic stuff, and Simon Stagg is that. I mean, he's totally classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love that it's there, and I think that James Gunn wants to put all of this out there for texture in the universe, like, hey, look, guys, cool little Easter egg, but also it may lead to something at some point, and he's like pre-setting it up, just like it's part of the universe in case he wants to, pull that switch or flip that switch for that particular movie or whatever. So
yeah.
So we don't know. But that leads directly into the next part. So thank you, Phil. You did an amazing job on that transition. James gets creative and coy. Gunn confirmed his role at DC Studios is truly a creative force. He writes, he directs, and he guides other storytellers across the slate. That includes a mysterious new series he's quietly developing and a follow-up film to Superman that he's already writing. He also teased a personal favorite project that's still under wraps, saying it's so good he didn't announce it for fear of it being ripped off.
That's interesting, and it's hard to tell with someone like James Gunn, because he's such a deep cut comic nerd that you know, his favorite project could be something that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
Right.
I still think it could be Metalman.
Okay.
Either there's going to be an animated Metalman or he's going to do a live action Metalman. I don't know, but I feel like we're getting Metalman soon. They had Ivo in there with GI Robot in Creature Commando, so they've already like set that up. So I do think that we could do a Metalman.
You know what
I
like
think that'd be
thought
great.
just popped into my head right now, and it's like tangentially connected, but something different. Like, so we're getting a Green Lantern series. We know that he is jumping into like metal characters and everything like that. What if season 2 of Green Lanterns is them dealing with the Manhunters?
Oh,
I would
yes.
love that.
Yes.
That would be
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that'd be great because we've never seen a live action version of that.
No, not at all.
That would be great.
That would
Or
be
even
awesome.
if it's like flashbacks to it or something
Right,
like
yeah,
Hal
exactly.
was
It could-
in
there
that
could still be
war, but John
involved
wasn't.
somehow.
Yeah. Definitely need something like that. I'd love to see stuff like that in the more serialized
Oh, so you're
things.
Oh, yeah,
so you're
definitely.
saying like the mystery that they're going after, and they find out it's a manhunter. That's why the Green Lanterns are.
That could be cool.
Yeah. So what I mean, what if it is that? What if it's like, you know, the thing that they're investigating ends up being a manhunter, you know, crash landed on Earth or something like that, and then
I would love kind of
season
like I will
2
say sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say season 2 is now they're dealing with, you know, the failed Owen experiment in the Manhunters, right? So like, oh man, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool if you kind of did almost a Borg thing with them, where you're building it up, you're building it up, and you're building it up. So, and just hinting along the way. So,
I wish I thought of that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this is great that he's not telling us about a like super secret project because he's afraid it's going to get ripped off, which makes every single fan salivate because it's like, oh my God, what is it? I've got to know. And then so they
he's
start like,
really
oh,
good
at
at building interest and building hype and all that too.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's so many things he could do, and it's so early in this, so there's so many options. And all right, let's go to casting. What about casting? Gunn made his philosophy clear. If an actor can't continue a role, I'll change the actor, no problem. The DCU won't hinge on any one performer, and legacy characters will live on even if the faces change. That mindset came into focus when Gunn revealed he originally wrote Peacemaker's Clemson Mern for the late Lance Hendrick. Though Hendrick couldn't take the role, Gunn praised...
Sorry, you mean Reddick?
Lance Reddick.
Reddick. What did I say?
You said Hendrick.
Did I say Hendrick?
Yeah.
Reddick. I'm sorry, Reddick. And I said it twice too, probably. Okay. So I apologize. The late Lance Reddick. I almost said Hendrick again. That's in my head now. Though Reddick couldn't take the role, Gunn praised
Chukwudi
Iwuji.
Chukwudi Iwuji.
Chukwudi Iwuji. Okay.
Chukwudi Iwuji. Yeah.
Chukwudi Iwuji's and I fucked up Reddick.
You're fine.
What the
Just
okay.
just
performance as one of the best in season 1.
I would agree. Chukwudi Iwuji. So I mean, like Chukwudi Iwuji in general is a good actor. He killed it in Guardians 3, and then absolutely smattered the role in Peacemaker. And he was a good successor if Lance Reddick was the original person, because Lance Reddick would have absolutely murdered that role too. And he's a good actor. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. But I mean, like, yeah, Chukwudi Iwuji was a really good successor to that.
Yeah, you know, you could definitely once you found out that it was originally supposed to be Lance Reddick and he wrote it for him, then a lot of the oh no, I am more emotional now, and the things like that from season 1, those kind of things where it's like, okay, you're not really that, you're kind of a robot, kind of thing. And to see to see that. Lance Reddick would have like really been great at deadpanning that, but I really loved how do I say it again?
Chuck Woody.
What?
Chuck Woody. First name.
Chawudi Iwuji's. Chawudi Iwuji.
Chuck.
You're getting there.
Woody.
Chuck Woody Wuji.
Iwuji.
Iwuji. Chuck Woody Iwuji.
If you can pronounce sumo names, you can pronounce this name.
Seriously.
Woody Iwuji.
There you go.
The Japanese names you pronounce are absolutely insane. This is a much easier name than some of those names.
Yeah. Anyway,
thank you. I appreciate that, but I suck at pronunciation. Okay. But yeah, so I thought that was great. And it's just so lovely that Lance Reddick was so loved that people were writing roles specifically for him.
Yeah.
So I just like that. So speaking of Peacemaker, season 2 is now fully canon in the DCU, with Gunn retconning the Justice League cameo and replacing it with the Justice Gang. He's also teased a possible appearance by Blue Beetle, saying Jaime Reyes.
Jaime.
Really?
Move on.
Just kind of fits in very nicely with the new continuity. And with the quantum unfolding chamber, aka Cuck, introducing alternate realities, Ted Kord's mysterious disappearance might finally get an answer.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh man.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is he said from the beginning that Blue Beetle and the way that they wrote that movie would fit perfectly in the way that he's writing the DCU. So Blue Beetle was one of the few things that he took over from the DCEU over to the DCU. And he said it was coming over as is. And that makes sense because now that that is an explanation for where Ted Kord went, because he just disappeared in that movie. That is, I mean, Blue Beetle was a good movie for all intents and purposes. If for anybody who hasn't seen it, you know, if you were just, oh yeah, I mean, I skipped that one because it was like, you know, I wasn't interested. Blue Beetle was a great movie. You got to go check it out.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. And I think that's great. The Blue Beetle, and they're testing the waters by maybe dropping him in Peacemaker in like a 1 or 2 episode stint.
Yeah.
That would be great to show, hey, he's also canon. And you know who else is canon? Kite Man. Kite Man's canon, guys.
Canon.
We made it. We did it, y'all. Kite Man. We did it.
Hell yeah. Woo! Hell yeah.
Oh. So, James, do you have anything?
I was just gonna say, I was super surprised when they redid that in the recap, but look how OP Justice Gang is.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you kidding me? They can all fly. They all got OP powers on their own, and then you slap them together. That is not fair.
I mean, the thing that really brings them down is the dysfunctionalism. But other than that, I mean, they're really OP. They're very OP.
Yeah.
And Kara's, you know, hangovers and stuff, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, but you can still beat the shit out of like everybody because, you know, a hungover Supergirl is still stronger than 90% of characters within DC.
Yeah,
exactly. And if you take her dog,
right. So you want to talk about OP characters, like Superman's OP, Kara is way more OP, and when you get to her clone, Power Girl is just as fucking OP. So I mean, like,
yeah, she's OP and has that sass. All right. So if building a universe through dance and storyboards were a superpower, James Gunn would be our benevolent overlord. And honestly, we're fine with that.
I do like the idea of like Blue Beetle bringing in a pseudo known IP, but like finding a way to like bring him into Peacemaker episode, you know what, 6, 7, 8 or whatever.
Right.
It would be a huge pop for the
Mhm.
DCU for Peacemaker without it being like, we need Superman in this, series
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there is still a kind of an importance to it now,
Yeah.
too.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
I'm into it. I like it.
I love it. Anything that brings more Blue Beetle. You guys know I have a soft spot for Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, let's.
I just can't say his first name apparently. Jaime.
Yeah, there you go.
Jaime. Hey.
Jaime's fine.
Hey.
Jaime is fine.
Sure. Closer.
Jaime. Jaime.
There you go.
Jaime.
Jaime.
I feel like I'm like someone's grandma right now. Like,
What's your
is
name,
it?
son?
Is it Jaime?
Your name is Jamie. Yeah, lady, my name is Jamie. We'll go with that. You gotta put a real.
All right.
You gotta get a real hawk into it. Jaime.
Jaime.
Jaime.